And today on Meat and Heat, we're making some pork belly quesadillas with a mango salsa. So with anything, we start with the meat. We're going to want to go ahead and remove this all from the packaging. And just like I do with any cut, anything before I do prepping it with rub, I pat it down. I dry off all the moisture, all the packaging liquid. I want to make sure that I get these as dry as possible before I hit them with the rub. Moisture is the enemy of a good crust during a sears, so you want to make sure whatever you have, you're getting it dry before it hits a hot pan. So after I get these dry on both sides, I want to start hitting with my rub. This is a simple rub. It is 1 part kosher salt, 1 part coarse ground black pepper, 2 parts brown sugar, and a good amount of cayenne because I like that heat with the bacon fat. So now that I got these all rubbed up and ready to go, we're going to throw them on my grill. And today's grill of choice is the char-griller flat iron flat top. This 4-burner flat top has been my favorite grill since I got it. I can do everything on it. So we're going to hit it with some avocado oil, spread it around, get a nice little layer going before we throw our meat on. And we're going to go ahead and put the meat on there now that it's all hot up to temp, and we want a good sear. You can't hear it, but it is crackling and you can't smell it. But because of the brown sugar, it's giving off this like kind of burnt sugar smell, like a kind of like a charred marshmallow, and it smells fantastic. So we're going to give these a flip, and you can see that it's gotten a blackening. That's from the brown sugar. That's not burnt, that's brown sugar, so we know that we're on good shape here. So while it's cooking, we're going to go ahead and make our mango salsa, which is mango, bell pepper, red onion, jalapeno, a lime, which we're not just using the juice, we're also going to be using the peel later, and some cilantro. Start by finely chopping up our cilantro before we place it in a bowl. And you guys can follow my proportions, you can do your own. This is just how I want to make it. And then I start cubing up my mango chunks, throw it in the bowl. Cut up my jalapeno, finely chop it, make it real small bits. And then my red onion. I'm not a super big fan of red onions, so I don't go too heavy on this. But I also make them real small, so that way I can still taste it and enjoy it. Some bell pepper in there. Again, finely chop it up. And now our lime. So we want to fill this with a nice liberal amount of lime juice. We want to make sure we have enough in there to kind of just sit and saturate the fruits of the vegetables. And we're not tossing that. We are going to keep that because even though we use the juice, we're going to be using the peel later for some zesting. And finish it off with some chunky sea salt. Mix it all around and let it sit and kind of soak. Now that our meat's all done cooking, we want to go ahead and chop it up little bits, get it ready for the quesadilla. I like my chunks a little bit bigger in my quesadillas, my tacos, whatever I'm cutting up, I like to have a little bit more bite of the meat than I do less. And this is why we save that lime peel. We're going to zest our meat. So this is a nice mixture of salt, fat, acid, heat, and sweet. And now we're going to do our tortillas for our quesadilla, get it all prepped. I always cook one side first, just so that way when I put my cheese on the other side, it's already hot and crispy. This is fresh grated cheddar and Monterey Jack. Give a nice even layer, and we're going to go ahead and close the tortilla because we want the cheese to melt first before we add our meat. Super simple, and we're just going to go ahead and open it up. And we know that we got our cheese melted, so we're going to go ahead and add some meat in there. And you got yourself a quesadilla here. And now that the cheese is going to melt, we're just going to go ahead and place it, close it over. And just kind of let the cheese melt the rest of the way. Make sure we have a nice good crust on that quesadilla, nice bite when we bite into the tortilla, almost like a chip. And this is what we're going to use to cut it on our favorite cutting boards. Add some of that mango salsa we just made for flavor, and you got yourself a great snack. It's a really quick, really easy snack anyone can make. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients, and you can cook it on a frying pan if you don't have a griddle. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.